All right, first things first here.
Yeah?
I've noticed two things immediately on the title screen.
Yes?
One, the dithering on the letters that's creating this like little shadow effect that makes it, kind of like makes it look like money almost.
Yeah.
It's inconsistent on what direction it goes on each letter. So on most of Penny, it goes from bright at the top to thicker at the bottom, whereas the Y, it's inverted. In the C in Larceny, it's completely sideways.
Interesting.
The second thing I noticed is Penny's got abs.
You'd have to if you're going to go up and down that rope all day.
Honestly, yeah. Anyway, hey everyone. It's still May in our hearts. Don't look at when this uploaded. And this month, our patrons voted for us to play a game from Fiction Factory Games. And we're playing Penny Larceny, Gig Economy Supervillain, because if that doesn't feel relatable, then I don't know what else does. All right, Penny. And this little cat. I like how the cat in her backpack also has goggles.
That's great.
Before we begin, I do want to point the name Penny Larceny is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I have to imagine this is one of those times where someone came up with the name first and then...
It's like, oh, this has to be a thing now.
There's no way someone made this game, prototyped it, and then at some point they were like, fellas, I've got the best name. You're never going to believe this. This is a game about being a criminal and can optionally include obscene language, discussions of sexuality, and romance. Can also deal with triggering subjects such as violence and self-harm. For full content warning, see fiction. Yeah, okay, cool. Who knew this game called Penny Larceny was about being a criminal? I want GTA 6 to have that content warning on it, honestly. This is a game about being a criminal. In my line of work, you learn to look at the big picture, crafting your design for it little by little. Everything connects up. Dotted lines and arrows and symbols, a path leading from A to B to C to D. When you do your job right, it's clean and precise, professional, and awesome. I love it when a plan comes together. It's not possible to predict every step, of course. A skilled schemer is also an impressive improviser. You adjust the plan on the fly. I really hope that the subconscious alliterations is just something Penny does all the time, because that's great. And it's also, as someone who writes a little bit of fiction on occasion, it's also a great little thing to give someone who is either evil or putting on airs of being evil. I don't know why it is, but it's a great little touch for that. But in the end, you'll get where you're going, where you needed to be. But that assumes there one very big X factor, which is rarely a simple X to solve for. Where are you actually going? What are you destined to become?
This world doesn't have to be this way. We can change things, change them for the better. You and I, we can tear it down and build it back up, make a better future, so nobody has to go through the same pain we did.
We don't have to be trapped in their systems. We can break free and do what we want, when we want, how we want. Two of a kind against them all. Living a life of pleasure and freedom in whatever manner we choose. No one can stop us.
My own internal algorithms are a dead-end loop of suffering and misery. External inputs are clearly required in order to balance my equation. Your input has become a vital component in this transformation. Do not discount your own potential. It is vast and incalculable, even for me.
I love whatever this computer has going on.
Its little angry face.
All these knobs and stuff.
Haha! We're all playing the roles that were picked out for us. Sometimes we see the strings. Sometimes we don't spot them until it's too late. But in the end, we don't have to be what they say we are. There is no destiny, and there are so many possibilities to choose from. I can't see all the possibilities for myself. Not here, not now, but maybe they're out there. And if I'm going to become who I need to be, if I'm to find my destiny, I'm going to need your help getting there.
Hey. Hey.
This one?
Hey.
I bolt upright in my chair, neck feeling sore and stiff from the impromptu nap time. Oh crap, did I doze off? Wait, hold on, just real quick. Are we, the people playing the game, also a character separate from Penny?
Perhaps.
Or is this more like her internal monologue?
I think there's free coffee.
I think there's free... Do you want to read these ones?
I think there's free coffee, if that'd help.
No way. That's a trap. They lure you in with the freebies, then chastise you for being too liberal with company resources. Trust me, I know how these boring old corporate jerks operate. They give you free Legos in the break room, and then say that it's silly for you to spend your time making fun little Lego things with all the free Legos in the break room. Boring, boring, boring. This whole office job is boring. Can't believe I gotta apply for a job here. A job, of all things. If Mom saw me sitting here filing paperwork for the man, she'd think I was totally uncool. I'd be such a disappointment. And I know I personally care a lot about what my mother thinks about in terms of me being cool or not. I feel a creeping wave of shame running down my spine from the mere thought of it.
I know it sucks, but we gotta get through this. Don't give up.
I know. It's all part of the plan. I haven't forgotten what's at stake. Oh, are we trying to get hired at a place we're gonna rob?
Maybe.
Wait, what time is it? Ugh! I look up quickly at the clock. Crap! I've got like 5 minutes to finish this paperwork or I will be late. Need your help here. Fill this out for me, quick. Statement of request for gainful employment. Profile alias Jane Doe. Who are we gonna be? Amanda Hug and Kiss, Seymour Butts, Jess Kidding. Write our own. Okay, hold on. I need a... What's our first name? We need a good one of these. We need a very good... This is so important.
I don't know.
We're gonna be... Jesse.
Yeah?
Fake last name.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait, we can totally customize our character?
I mean, it doesn't seem like totally.
Oh, right, because this is our fake. Our fake name and... Oh, wait, but it doesn't say fake... Well, we'll just keep with she, her. Oh, I see it. Content, swearing, full words. Oh, alias. Oh, maybe this is we get to fully customize. Full words, sure. Romance, yes. Sexuality, yes. Finished. All right, so my alias is going to be Jessie James, pronouns she, her. And I'm okay with romance and sex. All of that sound good?
Sounds good. Pleased to meet you, Miss James.
And pleased to meet you as well. Oh, look at it. We are smart and dapper in that suit. That's me, Jessie James. Good name for an aspiring young intern, I hope. I straightened the stack of papers, quickly carrying them over to the receptionist.
I feel like it would be hard to type up paperwork in those gloves.
They do feel like those gloves would restrict a lot of the finger movement that you would need, right? With a smile, she accepts my forms, glancing them over briefly before greeting me warmly.
Good work, and right on time. Welcome to the team. Thank you for your cooperation, Ms. James.
That's me. Cooperative. I'm extremely cooperative. Jessie Cooperative James.
I really like the comic visual theme with like the bold speech bubble thing there and the halftone shading. And
and like the dithering and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very bold and specific and also very it's a stylistic choice that fits well with the story we're telling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to starting my job today, ma'am. Just point me at more paperwork and I will take care of it. I'll increase our glorious company's shareholder value within a day, or my name isn't Jessie James, unpaid intern.
That's the kind of go-getter attitude we love to see here at Legitimate Business Company.
Absolutely. I've read all the interviews with Leonard. Mr. Legitimate, I mean. He's so innovative and market disruptive. I use a legit book computer at home for everything that I do.
Great, so we don't need to bring you up to speed on the latest LDOS version.
Oh, crap. How did Gibson phrase... Is our techie contact named Gibson? Phrase, he made me memorize the technobabble, but I'm not sure I can remember. Something about ASD drives, was it SSD, SDI?
SSD, solid-state drives.
The new storage optimization algorithms for solid-state drives and LDOS are really something else.
Agreed. Clearly, you're familiar with Mr. Legitimate's work.
Thank you for the assist. So wait, are we like in her ear or something?
Perhaps. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Ms. James. We have coffee and pastries in the break room, and most toilet paper in the restrooms is free. Please clock out from your desk before utilizing either.
Toilet paper. You ever thought about stealing toilet paper from work? The problem with a lot of like big industrial buildings is that the toilet paper they use is like it's got like the very thick and wide centers because they're designed for these like industrial toilet paper things, right?
But also the toilet paper itself is single ply and
not
dissolves at the mere thought of being used to wipe.
Right? It's like it's even if I could, like, why would I want this one? It's better used as like a battering weapon.
I feel like perhaps the more important aspect is you never know that you need the toilet paper desperately until you've already gotten home and discovered you're out.
That's
And
true.
by then it's too late.
Exactly. At that point, like, what can you do?
Casual off-duty socialization time with your fellow coworkers is allowed as well. Simply clock out before and clock in after engaging in pleasantries.
I love the micromanage your time at the fucking desk. Oh, you're about to go, say hi to someone. Clock out. Every non-work task stays off company dime. I got it. That's entirely reasonable and not at all an overreach.
Now, I'm glad you see things our way. Well, I have duties to attend to. Please feel free to explore and get a feel for the facility. Within security boundaries, of course.
Of course. You won't have any problems from me. No problems? Did I just say no problems? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I told a little white lie. What I meant to say is they'll have all the problems from me. Because underneath this deceptively ordinary exterior lies a soul of chaos and mischief, for my real name is... Penny Larceny, Little Miss Steal Your Stuff. I sneak in under cover of darkness, tear down every defense between me and my target, and get away clean. Everyone knows and fears Penny Larceny, the hottest young supervillain of this generation. Look the hell out, world. I'm coming for your stuff. Your precious, precious stuff. Because as we all know, theft and property is far more important to worry about. Damage to property, right? That's woo-hoo!
Right, and I'm the mysterious voice in your head. Together, we cause crime.
Excellent. We are a mysterious voice in your head. Hell yeah. Rock on, mysterious voice in my head. And this latest caper is what's going to put me on the map. We live in a world of masks and capes, villains and heroes. And I live pretty firmly outside of society's rules and masks since I was born. Ultimatum threatens United Nations again. Who will save us from the terrorist threat? Police chief response to downtown bank robbery criticized by community. It's not our job to confront some underwear pervert with a ray gun, so we let the cape sort it out instead. Great. And then that's all literally lorem ipsum. Great. Awesome. Sunday, September 22nd. No year, though. National edition. The New Daily Times. Southern California, partly sunny. Okay, so I guess we're in SoCal. Confessions of the Notorious Villain, Mother May I. I'm not a mask and never wanted to be one. I've done nothing wrong and won't put up with the shaming. Some become masks by choice, eager for power and conquest, but many are forced into it out of desperation and poverty. It's a crap sack world out there, full of haves and have-nots. Stay in society's good graces, obey and conform, or be pushed out.
Be cool or be cast out.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did. Subdivisions. That's why masks have loosely banded together to support one another. Clearly no one else gives a shit about us. And that's why I'm here today. Your plans, your schemes, our resources, crimer. Alright. What a great app. One of the support structures for the mass community is Crimer, a combination social media network and gig economy market for supervillains. With access to Crimer, I could work out with the best of the best. Elite masks who run with huge crews and multi-million-dollar operations, but the app is invitation only, and I don't have the connections I need to score access. So I'm gonna steal a Crimer invite from one of the ones I suspect to secretly front the operation, Legitimate Business Company. That does feel like an app where, like, the only way to get it legitimately should be to steal it. Like, if you get a legitimate invite, it should just be invalid.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sneaking in under the guise of some aspiring corporate toady, while I secretly plot my rise to power. You and I, we're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. Worldwide supervillain legends. Are you ready?
Wait, you want me to make decisions? You're the thief, not me. I'm not your boss.
Yeah, but you've got an outsider's perspective. You're damn good at spotting things I might have missed. Or you're worried that you'll make mistakes because you don't have a thief's instincts. Look, don't worry, okay? We'll never totally fail a heist and end up in the slammer, no matter what your choices. Okay, cool. So there's no, like, it's not like there's a fail state you don't get to continue the game.
Yeah.
I'm guessing just doing well or different results in different story paths. Don't let fear of failure guide your every decision. What fun is that? That's way too stressful a way to live. At worst, well, the heist gets sloppy, but that's okay. You and I both know this business is never as clean as we'd like. So relax. We've got this. And when we fumble, we will fumble sometimes. We get right back up. Now let's get to work. I love the idea that we still fumble but make it through, because we are just kind of like, you know, we're this is our day job and we're still at the bottom rung. Like we're not perfect lifers at this. We are getting our foot in the door.
I also like that Penny just took the time to deliver a pep talk monologue to the mysterious voice in her head.
Yeah, absolutely. Another side thing, I love the page-turning transitions, like the turning pages of a comic book. I know it's a bit much, but also it's very good for what it's doing. I like it. Unfortunately, that nap cost us some time. We can only scout out 3 locations in the building before the day is over. Casing the joint. All right. What should we investigate first? I trust your instincts. You're pretty good at this sort of thing. Okay, 3 visits left. So we're trying to get access. Our overall goal is we're trying to get access to Crimer, right? Yeah. And we suspect this legitimate business company is actually the company that is behind Crimer, right? That legitimate business company is a front for the business that runs crime. Okay. If that is our understanding, I feel like we're probably going to get the most info from going to, like, well, I'm torn, either server farm or break room. I feel like there's valid reasons to both try to social engineer part of it, maybe going to the break room and seeing what other people say, or also just trying to go right to the source. What do you think?
Let's do a little bit of social engineering.
Break room?
Yeah.
Awesome. Nothing like some hot employee goss to help a thief learn the sneaky secrets of a corporate target.
The what?
The sneakrets.
Oh, I understand now.
Yes. There are plenty of well-stocked break rooms, but surprisingly few with break-taking employees.
With what?
Breaking employees.
No, I don't understand.
Wait, what were you expecting me to do there?
There wasn't a good one.
Oh, okay. I guess it's not too surprising when they micromanage your time down to the minute. Fortunately, I managed to find 2 people chatting away in the 3rd break room I find.
So why were you late to your desk today?
Oh, traffic, man. Huge police blockade in front of Central Bank, slowing everything down. Some mask was trying to rob the place.
What again? Wasn't it robbed yesterday? You'd think there'd be nothing left to steal.
Yeah, well, from the spicy smell of the air, I think it was the ghost pepper.
That loser? No wonder. She's a complete screw-up. Leave it to an incompetent mask to rob an already robbed bank.
Hey now, don't be so harsh. Ghost Pepper is doing her best, okay?
What?
She's just had a bad run of luck lately. I'm sure she'll turn it around eventually.
Whoa. Don't blow your cover, Penny. You're an intern, not a mask.
It's all Top Dollar's fault she never gets anywhere. Don't let them pass the blame. Remember that backyard? I mean, that's just what I heard anyway from someone, somewhere. Just disappointing to see someone who's trying so hard not getting anywhere is all.
Huh. I'd rather criminal fuck-ups like her hang up their masks and quit inconveniencing normal people like us. Me, blonde hair, blue eyes, probably have a dick. If she wants to be a tryhard and fail again and again, she could at least do it away from my morning commute.
I hate it here. It's not fair. Nobody understands what masks are going through. And they don't want to understand.
Hey, it's her first day. Go easy on her. I have to apologize for my friend here. He spends too much time on Cape Book.
Oh, like you aren't following Muscle Memory's every status update.
I just think he's a moral, upstanding young man that today's heroes can really look up to.
Which explains the 2-page spread of him from Playcape on your desktop wallpaper.
I read it for the articles, and stop kink-shaming me.
You know what's really funny is that, like, there was a time when that was true. Like, the reason it's a joke to read Playboy for the articles because there was a point in time where that was, like, an outlet for, like, serious journalism.
I feel like we have to bring this back by putting, like, launch this generation's hard-hitting political journalism news show on Pornhub.
Honestly, absolutely. Absolutely.
I've also considered, like, what if we start publishing our open access scientific research on archive of our own?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Like Ocean on AO3.
And then start publishing our fan fiction on archive.org, which is for open access science.
So now you're just trying to misuse stuff. That's what this is. Now we're just misusing things. Good God. It'd be like instead of reading a book on your own time, if you were to read it aloud and then post it on YouTube.
Who would do that?
Oh, this is going nowhere. As they descend into arguing, I slip away. Alright, so that didn't get me any useful information. Seems your suggestion was a big old waste of our time. Oh shit, sorry, that came off a bit accusatory. Honestly, it was worth a shot. Sometimes you can find useful intel in least likely of places. I mean, I had our stated reasons. Don't let this miss deter you, okay? I'm so glad you picked the break room. Remember, half of thieving is thinking outside of the box.
And the other half is taking stuff, right? I like that part.
Hell yeah! Being sneaky, being clever, outwitting every defense till you get your fingers on your target. It's a rush, a thrill, and it pays the bills. Usually. I think our partnership, you really get me. Let's move on. I don't think we're going to get much out of the rank and file employees here. What are we investigating next?
Server farm.
Server farm, yeah, okay. Well, I still think attempting to social engineer was a legitimate point of, yeah.
Penny just unfortunately is not good at social engineering yet.
Penny is just very not social nor engineering. I'm going to need access to their databases. So I'm checking out their data storage. So checking out their data storage would be a smart move.
Time to go to the server farm where they plant the servers in the soft loam and water them carefully.
Is this the server farm upstate? The room is cool and crisp thanks to heavy air conditioning. Plenty of vents. Too small for me, not too small for Gibson. Okay, good to know that's an option. Is Gibson like...
Is Gibson the
monkey?
cat?
A cat?
Or whatever the
Gibson's the cat, and the cat is smart.
Yeah.
Shit, someone spotted me.
Oh,
okay,
come on. Are you serious?
Maybe. I may be serious. What am I serious about?
I wish they'd stop sending interns down here just to report that the mail servers are down. And no, okay? I'm working on it. And every clueless newbie they send my way just slows down my work.
All right, that's my cue to leave. Really help if I could study their servers closely to get Gibson the information he'll need. He's gonna whine if I don't. Odds are we'll need free run of these computers to score the crimer invite. Probably is the most critical part of today's scouting. The way to stick around without enraging this guy despite me being lousy with computers.
offer to get him a coffee.
Yeah. Well, while I'm down here, you need anything? Fresh coffee? Want me to swipe a Danish from the break room?
They log these things, you know. If you take more than one pastry a day, they start noticing.
If I take it for you, it's on me, not you. And I haven't grabbed one yet.
You do that for me?
I think it's a service I can provide. You deserve a break today.
Well, damn. That's nice of you. Yeah, I'd love some coffee, and see if you can get one of the good jelly donuts, too. The buffer overrun problem in L Mail is going to take a minimum of 1 jelly donut for me to fix. I swear, they never listen to me.
You got it. Honestly, you deserve better than this. Place, this job, these rules. Why not tell them where to stick it? Find an employer who will respect you.
If I wasn't up to my eyeballs in mortgage payments, maybe. But this is the best I can get, and I need the best I can get for my family.
Yep.
I just hope they don't try to shift the blame to me for this mess. Okay, I gotta get back to work, but hey, thanks. Nice to know I'm not the only one who sees how shitty Lenny Legitimate is.
I'll let you get back to it. Good luck, all right? A buffer overrun bug in L-Mail. Perfect. Gibson's gonna have a field day with that one. I feel bad that our heist might hurt this guy. Maybe I can get Gib to cover our digital tracks so he doesn't take the blame. And if all else fails, well, move a few zeros from Lenny's account to this dude's account. Sounds fun to me. All right, what are we investigating next? So one thing I think we might want to check... There's 2 things that I think we might want to check out here.
Mm-hmm.
Either the rooftop as a way to get access, or security office as a way to see what they have access to.
Security office sounds prudent.
Yeah, let's... When in doubt, survey the security. It's going to be your #1 obstacle to any successful caper. But as I'm approaching the main security office, I notice something funny stuck in the carpet. Glitter and colorful paper scraps. I know what this is. All right, I've got my cover story. I quickly duck into an empty break room, grabbing a box of untouched donuts. And sweep on in underneath a banner of glossy paper-strung lettering reading Happy Retirement, Carl. Hello! Hello, we celebrating in here? Great, I brought some boys some extra treats. Pastries are always welcome at a party, even if delivered by a newcomer intern.
The good stuff. We never get the good stuff up here. Hey guys, this kid brought the good stuff.
Cheers go up from the gathered security guards as the box of sweet jelly-filled delights gets passed around. Multiple security camera monitoring stations, redundant systems, several digital recording decks.
You new here, kid?
Huh? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I just started today. You're leaving today, huh?
One more shift to go and I'm happily retired. Just call me Carl, happily retired John Smith.
And I'm Jesse Cooperative James, apparently. Love to be retired. I know I have 40 years to go, but it sounds sweet.
Yep, I got all the time in the world for fishing, playing with my grandkids, working on my model railroad.
Uninterruptible power supplies, a whole bank of alarm monitors, only 2 doors in and out with clear lines of sight.
Kid, you okay there?
Wow, there's a lot of tech stuff in here, huh? I just file paperwork. I don't know much about any of this. All looks so complicated.
No need to worry. Even if I'm off the clock after tonight, the boys will keep you safe. We got the best security crew in the world, don't we?
A rousing cheer goes up from the well-fed party people. Equipment I've seen so far is out of date, but out of repair, but this nerve sensor security tech is solid. That's to be a flaw here I can exploit. I need a conversational lead-in so I can sneak a question.
Let's ask about model railroads.
HO scale or something else? The model railroad, what scale is it?
Oh, no, I'm building it in Blockcraft. Nice little blocky virtual railroad. It's this thing I like doing with my grandkids. Got one your age, even.
That's honestly really sweet,
Yeah.
actually. Setting up a model railroad in Minecraft with your kid, that's kind of sweet.
Tell you though, that damn redstone's confusing. Tried to make the train whistle last weekend. Just set off this constant trill, and I get enough damn false alarms on this job, thanks.
False alarms?
Old equipment, damned outdated. But don't you worry, kid, we're on the ball around here. Always check out any alarm, never assume it's false. That's policy.
Damn, meaning they'll come running no matter how tiny an alarm I trip. Can't be sloppy. If any twitch will summon security. Good to know. Hey, I gotta get back to my desk. Do you know they measure everything you do here down to the minute?
Don't I know it? Not gonna miss that part of the job. Hey, never lose that smile, okay? No matter how rough it gets working for this company. You can find happiness no matter what. It'll all be worth it in the end.
Thanks, Officer Carl. I'll do my best, sir. I always figured these company drones were soul-crushingly depressed. How Carl managed so many years in this hellhole with his spirits high is a mystery to me. I know a lot of the things I do end up hurting people at the lowest levels. It's not like I enjoy causing them trouble. If some stuffed suits at the top get hassled, sure, good, but I'm glad Carl's getting out of here before I cause some damage. Workday's winding down. Can I sneak in any more investigation before I need to scoot out the door?
Oh, Miss James?
So lost in thought I completely missed the office overlord sliding in and on to join me. Oh yes, ma'am. Can I help you?
I know you're likely wrapping up for the day, but I'm afraid I have to be the bearer of bad news. I'm afraid this isn't going to work out. Please put your things in a standard issue severance cardboard box and exit to the parking lot.
What?
It seems you performed an unauthorized reallocation of company nutritional resources today. Donuts, coffee, protein bars, and other miscellaneous foodstuffs are to remain within their designated break areas and consumed on location. I'm afraid this violation is unacceptable. We're going to have to let you go. Thank you and have a pleasant day.
Close call, but maybe this is for the best. It's not like I was going to punch in for more work tomorrow. Time to scoot along home and plan my daring heist. Hell yeah. Here's the thing
Looks just like our house.
Huh?
Looks just like our house.
Right? Two things I immediately noticed. One, this TV is, I'm going to say, nearly a century old.
Yep.
And this couch looks so lived on. I love it. Home sweet home. I'm squatting, of course. Can't afford rent in this town, even with some ill-gotten gains. Also a bad idea to leave a paper trail when you're a mask. It's not so bad. No neighbors to annoy me, given the place is condemned. Unless the fungal growth in the west wing becomes sentient or something. Got utilities most of the time, peace and quiet all the time, and this feels just homey enough to be a home. More of a home than we've had in a long, long time. Oh, sorry, when I say we, I don't mean me and you, I mean me and Gibson. And you. Me and Gibson and you. Huh? Where is Gibson? Gibson! Gib! I'm back from scouting.
Penny, I was napping.
Hold on. I feel like Gibson really needs like the deep Sailor Moon cat.
Okay. Penny, I was napping.
Yep. Gibson crawls out from under the couch, his favorite napping spot, and jumps on top of the booster pile of books in front of our computer.
What time is it? I thought we still had a few hours until the heist.
It's crime time, my friend. It's crime o'clock. It's half past crime. The little crime hand and the big crime hand are pointing to...
No more using crime as an adjective, please. I've got a headache.
Your visor giving you trouble again?
I think the implant housing's come loose. We might need to go to the veterinarian again. And before you say it, yes, I mean the crime veterinarian. Thank you.
I wasn't going to say it that time, honest. You okay helping me with the heist tonight? I could try flying solo on this one, just me and my voice.
And leave you dealing with the crime or servers alone? Heck no, I'll just power on through the headaches.
So our sentient cat has an implant that's malfunctioning, huh? That's not good.
Walk me through your findings. Maybe I just need something else to focus on. What's the game plan, Penny?
I don't like making Gibson pull a job when he's suffering. It's not right. It's not fair, but fair hasn't really been a key word in our lives, has it? No, we work with what we have, and I'm doing this for him as much as I'm doing it for me. The cybernetics in his head need tuning every few weeks, and are not cheap. Every few weeks, oof. That's rough, but also sounds exactly on point. There's no medical procedure that they can't drag out into something that becomes recurring, right? If huge scores and big heists through crimer are what it takes to keep my best friend in good health, so be it. Planning the job. All right. I wheel my portable chalkboard to the center of the room, ready to craft the master plan. Legitimate business company, bottom dollar bidder of security for the most part, basic boring gray box of concrete and glass and failed dreams.
Why is there a happy little sun in the corner? Aren't we infiltrating the place at night?
Don't question the process, Gibson. Should be a cakewalk, honestly. Grapple up the side of the building, infiltrating through the rooftop access door.
So you scouted the roof already?
No, look, I was busy with other stuff. But you know me, there isn't a lock out there I can't beat. It'll be fine. On the side, we'll gain access to the air vents, and that's where you come in. Head down to the server room and through the vents where you can work your magic. Not only did I spot plenty of air vents you can use, I found out the L-mail has a buffer overrun problem.
A delicious 0-day exploit. Good luck. Good work, Penny.
So it looks like we at least did make that part of it easier. We might have a little bit of trouble on the way in, but at least that part looks like we did well getting some intel. Once you finish your magic and add me to the Crimer access list, we'll slip out the way we came in. But we avoid the security room in the CEO's office. There are no fly zones for us. Their alarms have hair triggers, and they're diligent about investigating, but now that we know how to proceed slow and safe. And also, we could set off false alarms in those areas, too, to distract security. Slip in, hack Crimer, slip out before anyone notices. Back home in time for cartoons. Sound good?
It's not the most airtight plan, but it'll work. Okay. I'll go load up my cyberware with some LDOS exploits and be ready to go in a jiff. Or a jiff.
I always get a bit nervous, jitters before a caper like this. Excitement, anxiety, it's hard to say, but I promise you, we'll be just fine. Cross my heart and hope to die, stick a needle in my eye.
Please do none of those things.
Come on now, metaphor. All right, let's do this.
What does Refantasia have to do with this?
I've been really getting into Atlas JRPGs lately. I kind of liked Metaphor Refantasio, but it turns out a lot of it is just building off of tropes that Final Fantasy did about 20 years ago. Crisp evening air, the excitement of a heist under cover of nightfall. I live for these moments. I crouch in the shadows of the building, ready to make my ascent, but first a comms check. Panda Bear to Fancy Feast, do you copy? Over.
Penny, I'm literally in your backpack right now. I can hear you even without the comm link. And my call sign is Shadow Lord Hellclaw the Nightmare Bringer, not Fancy Feast.
You can't use your Warlock main as a call sign. Now, hunker. So that's what Gibson spends their time doing, huh? Now hunker down. I'm heading up and I don't want you falling out.
Relax, I'm pretty padded back here. I'll be fine.
Don't worry about Gibson. He's safe and sound back there. We've got this all figured out. Double zifter with soft tabs on inside. Air vents. Armor plate in front pocket. Cramped, but room to loaf. A good thief comes prepared, and I am a very good thief. Gib as snug as a bug in a rug, you see. Most of that was his design. He knows his needs, and I'm only happy to keep him comfortable when I'm busy running and climbing stuff. Right, back to the action. One rooftop coming up. The grapple gun may be old hardware, a family heirloom, but it gets the job done. It whizzes up the building, snags on, and up I go. Scaling up the side of the building with Gibson in my pack is tricky, but it's nothing I haven't done before, and soon we're on the darkened rooftop. Upon landing, I move quickly, looking for some sort of access door. My instincts tell me this place has a rooftop entrance, but if I'm wrong, well, I might be climbing back down and looking for open windows. Ha ha ha! Door. Looks like a numeric keypad lock, but the door's nothing special. I whip up my crowbar ready to pop this sucker open.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Check for alarms first.
Oh, shit, yeah, I should do that. Sorry, I just got so excited, you know. Hard to tell from this side of the door, but I bet you there's an alarm attached to this thing. Alright, we can deal with this. I bust out my electromagnetic Confusotron.
Your what? That's not a thing. That can't be a thing.
It is totally a thing. Magnetic North loaned it to me. His husband designed it. Single use, but it'll get the job done. It burns the one-use battery out, but the gadget does the job, and we are in. Alright, so we got past... Looks like we got past the part that was going to give us a lot of trouble, potentially. That's good. Next step, avoiding any offices or cubicles where people are pulling some serious mandatory overtime. Right, gotta get you to the server room.
Just get me to an air vent. I memorized the layout from the blueprints.
Sneakily, I sneak my way along sneakily. Damn it, I forgot the alarms here have hair triggers. Quickly, I cover my exit with a small-sized smoke bomb before bolting to hide under a chunky customer service desk. Almost immediately, a guard sweeps into the area, looking around in confusion before grumbling into his radio.
I thought the damn false alarms and accountant got fixed. All clear here, probably just the wind rattling the windows or something.
Any exits to go sweep other floors. Awesome, so that can be used as a way to pull guards away, it looks like. Carl wasn't kidding. Motion trackers must be hypersensitive. Fortunately, the guards seem a bit desensitized to them. Not saying I should trip them all for fun, but at least I know I can evade, right?
Could use them for a distraction too. Throw a stapler, draw guard aggro.
I like that, oldie but a goodie, and enhanced by the alarm system too. I'll keep that in mind for later. Let's not get distracted. Air vents. Gotta find a viable air vent. Okay. This one'll do. I pop the 4 screws holding it in place.
Okay, my turn. Go hide somewhere.
Got it. Be careful, Fancy Feast.
It's... fine, I'll use Fancy Feast, if only because feasting on my enemies is very lion-like.
Gibson hops down and climbs into the vent. I tuck myself under a desk, keeping my voice low as I track progress on comms.
Right, then left, then down. Don't worry, I see a route that'll let me climb back up when I'm done. And I'm in. Hey, this is a sweet setup. Lots of great high-powered CPU racks.
Focus, Fancy Feast.
Right, the buffer overrun exploit. I'm on it now. This will be easier with that trick. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What uh-oh? I don't like uh-oh.
I'm in, but there's no crimer database. Not even a trace of it. It's not here.
What? No, that's... It's gotta be here. Lenny Legitimate is behind Crimer. He has to be. I did my homework on this. Check again, dig deeper.
I've checked and dug and checked, and Crimer isn't. Oh crap. It's in the building, yes, but not here. Not in the server farm. Looks like it was moved last week. Transferred to the personal workstation of Mr. Legitimate. It's in the CEO's office.
The CEO's office? Well, shit. Alright, come on back up. We'll figure this out. Gibson slips back up through the vents, dashes out into the open, and leaps into my backpack. Together we sneak on through the offices in search of Mr. Legitimate's lair. Alright, it's a wrinkle, but one we can deal with, right? Motion trackers, volumetric cameras, infrared biometric scanner, and a code keypad? How paranoid is Lenny to leave his building full of holes but practically make his office into a panic room? I pause before the intimidatingly secure door. I have no clue what's in there. Might not be an office at all. We could be waltzing into something very big and dangerous. Nobody's seen Leonard Legitimate in years. Maybe he doesn't exist, maybe he does, maybe he's the king in yellow who runs Crimer. But if our data is inside, we gotta go in, and that is that. Alright, we need a plan. I feel like... Do we know... Here's the thing. I want to say the second option, but we don't know anything about what's in the room.
Yeah.
I feel like our best bet is not... And if we put all of our eggs in the basket of not being noticed and one thing we don't know trips us up, we're screwed.
Fair enough. Let's cause chaos.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we can at least cause them to move other places first, that gives us more time. And also we can be a bit more brute forcey, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Gib, how can I make a lot of mayhem in a very short amount of time?
What?
I'm gonna spam this place with alarms and use it as cover to break in. Do you have to investigate every single false positive?
Oh, geez. Penny, that's dangerous.
It's a dangerous line of work, Fancy Feast, but it's the life we've chosen.
Okay, I installed a backdoor while I was in the servers, so I can trigger alarms all over the building, lead them on a merry chase everywhere except here. How long do you need to break this door?
Don't know, 2 minutes minimum, get started. Gib ducks back into my backpack, firing up his cybernetic implants. I approach the doom door and begin tinkering with access systems. Immediately, alarms start going off, both from the door and all over the building.
Zone 7A, Zone 3C, Zone 12Q, the hell is going on? Yes, I know these are probably false positives. Check them anyway. Split up.
Override keypad, reroute signal from face scanner, reprogram the scanner. Maybe crap at computers, but these specialized security gadgets, I've been beating them all my life.
No, the main gate is not open. It's a ghost alarm. Start heading up to the top floor. Penny, hurry.
I'm in. We're moving. Hey, that seemed to work. The office of Leonard Legitimate. Rising star of the tech sector, disruptive market leader, innovator, creator, reclusive genius. But apparently he exists. People who don't exist don't need tacky office furniture and no dust to speak of on any of it. That's, yeah, generally if you don't need that kind of keeping up appearances. One mystery solved.
You might.
I mean, you might, but like...
It can be important to keep up appearances when you don't exist.
I guess. I'm just thinking like...
We read a story about that.
Yeah, I know we did, but it's like this is different, right? It's one thing to have an office.
It might not be.
It's Are you just being okay? All right, awesome. You understand the point I'm making, and you're just being persnickety.
Yes.
I get it. Okay. One mystery solved, but not the mystery we came here to solve. We need Crimer access and quickly. Close the door behind me and approach the impressive-looking legit station computer at his desk. Gib, you're up. Why did you bring the whole thing of books with us, Gib? Gibson hops out, climbs up to the keys, and gets to work.
I thought we were using our code names.
I'm stressed, okay? I keep forgetting, and you called me Penny plenty of times. How long will it take to hit the Crimer database from here?
Give me 2 minutes. No, 3. 3 minutes.
You got? Well, however many minutes it takes for security to realize we're here. As Gibson bangs away on the keyboard, I'm left standing and waiting to see if we succeed or we get arrested or killed, but no choice, right? This is where the arrows point to. Get Crimer access, then use that to find good jobs that'll keep us alive and well. It's gonna be hard work. I feel like this is not the thing to tell someone, the second one here, because it's like, I'm sure she's heard this already many times. And if she's doing this, there's probably a reason she can't.
At the same time, I do wonder, like, what is the kind of story this is telling and what is the kind of setting this is in? Like, is it one where, oh, you know, it's comedic, it's silly, crime and superheroes is just a fact of life? Or is this actually like, yeah, you're in a life of crime and probably should consider using your skills for a different thing that's less likely to end up with you dead or in jail?
True.
Like, I don't think we know what kind of story this is yet.
We're not quite, yeah, true.
Anyway, let's do crime.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, for the first time through anyway, we're doing crime.
It's going to be hard work from here on out, but you're ready.
Exactly, I've had a bad run of it trying to fly solo, but with Crimer I can support other masks, and they'll support me in turn. Who says the bad guys can't work together? You and I work together, and we'll work pretty well, despite you being a mysterious head voice. I'm not delusional, you aren't my brain tricking me, you have an outsider's perspective on my life. You've proven that again and again. Tell me, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna find success and freedom? Am I gonna live happily ever after? Oh, shit.
Oh. I can't say for sure, because even I don't know. I'm sorry.
Risky. It's damned risky, I know, the life I lead. So much so that even you can't predict everything. But all of that is moot right here and now. The future can wait. I need to finish this caper and get Crimer access. After that, we'll explore the possibilities together. You and me, head voice.
I got it. 1 forged Crimer access pass with full login credentials. I also scraped a few gigs of heavily encrypted data in the same folder. No idea what it is, but figured, hey, while we're here.
You did good, Gib. All right, let's book it before things get any more complicated. I help Gibson in my backpack and turn to leave. And get marched deeper into the office at gunpoint. A trembling, shaking gun held by a trembling, shaking old man in a security uniform.
Halt in the name of the law.
Carl, damn it. Why couldn't you have gone home at the end of the day? Carl John Smith, security guard.
You're not supposed to be in here. Hell, I'm not supposed to be in here. You're trespassing.
Damn it. I do not want to fight a senior citizen, but if he doesn't give me a choice.
Hey, don't move. I said don't move. You're a supervillain, aren't you? I won't let you scramble my brain or boil my blood or shoot me with a freeze ray or
What? I don't do anything like that.
Or turn me into a pile of applesauce or convert my atoms into gold or go back in time and kill my grandfather.
I don't do any of those things either.
Well, what is your superpower? All you masks have freaky-ass superpowers.
Could take him down by force, or maybe I can scare him into leaving me alone. Would that just make it worse? I don't know. You're my superpower, aren't you? Be super powerful and get me out of this mess. You know this guy. It's remind him of what's
You know this guy. It's Carl. Remind him of what's waiting for him after retirement.
Yeah. Means exposing my sneaking around earlier today, but that's a hell of a lever to pull. You're right. All right. Carl, you don't want to do this. You're so close to retirement, aren't you?
How do you know my name?
You told me, remember? I brought you donuts and we talked about your plans after today. What about your virtual model railroad and your grandkids to play with? It's be hard to ride the rails with PTSD from a fatal shooting. I'm not threatening you. I'm scared that if you hurt me, you won't forgive yourself. And I'm trying to help you avoid that.
You're a supervillain, a criminal. I'm supposed to confront criminals, and you're just a kid. You're just a kid.
How do we want to...
I do kind of wonder how. I'm a supervillain. You got Colin a hero. Like, is that how this works? I kind of wonder what's going to happen.
I feel like that would only get us in bigger applesauce, but I'm curious now.
Yeah, like, let's try it.
This isn't your job. You observe and report. You don't fight masks. That's what the capes are for. Just radio this in and get a hero dispatch. You don't have to do anything more than that.
What? You'll escape long before a hero arrives.
But you'll have done your duty. That's all you need to do, and you can go home with the feeling of a job well done. Isn't that enough? Wouldn't that be enough? You're retiring, Carl. Go rest knowing you've done your duty.
Dispatch, supervillain, hold up in Mr. Legitimate's office. Withdrawn and requesting backup.
Thanks, Carl.
I should hold you at gunpoint until the hero arrives.
What, and risk getting your brains turned into applesauce with my amazing superpowers?
You got spunk, kid, but seriously, maybe hang up the mask after this, okay? Hate to see someone so young getting hurt.
Some touch and go moments, but we did it. We've got Crimer app access. Much as I love to stick around and loot the place for all its delicious, delicious data and valuables, it's time to go. Starting tomorrow, Penny Larceny is headed for the big time. Hell yeah! I'd say we did a good job scouting and, yeah! Training day caper complete. Do you want to save before continuing? Yeah! I say we did a pretty good job on that one.
Yeah.
How do we get out of here? Thank you. It's been 2 days since the heist at Legitimate Business Company. 2 days since setting up my Crimer account. Thing is kind of impressive, I'm not gonna lie. And it's got so many masks I recognize. Here's the thing, though. Like... my opposition to an app like this is you've then put all of your illegal eggs in one basket, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 point of failure, and then everyone's information is... If Lenny Legitimate decides, yeah, I'm gonna turn this all in, and you know...
Makes it a great supervillain scheme.
That is so true, actually, yeah. So who I don't know who Magnetic North is.
Hey, Penny, congrats on getting in. Where'd you steal your invite from?
Hacked some servers at LBC.
Wow, South and I are proud of you. Come by our cafe sometime for a donut.
Apparently stealing access to the app is pretty common. Might even be a rite of passage. If so, that's good for me. Means less chance of consequences for my caper.
Barbecue at my place this weekend. My new chili recipe is gonna knock 'em dead.
Figuratively, not literally.
Sure, whatever.
And I'm not gonna lie, the chit-chat is very distracting. Do we know Ghost Pepper personally? Is Ghost Pepper like one of our parents or something? Feels good to be a part of the mass community. I've been flying semi-solo for so long, aside from the occasional backyard potluck.
Fools! I will destroy them all!
All right, what set you off this time?
My dinner delivery included napkins and plastic forks when I expressly unchecked that box. Plastic waste is destroying the environment. They will pay in blood.
You've got issues, man. Makes it a lot more fun to socialize with my fellow masks, you know? Even the less stable ones.
Fools! You have doomed the environment and thus doomed yourselves!
But the most interesting text to come in so far... User 1123. You are cordially invited to the Crimer's social mixer at Destructo's Bar and Grill, 8 p.m. sharp on Wednesday. Sincerely, the matchmaker. An invitation from a Crimer admin to a social mixer. It's a little risky considering I broke into Lenny's office to get Crimer access, but if I'm gonna eat food and get Gibson's cyberware fixed, I need jobs. So I costume up and head out. Let's go meet some bad guys. I was about to say, why is Destructo's printed so it's legible on the inside and not the outside since it's on a window? And then I realized we're on, like, the 35th floor, so it doesn't matter. So never mind. I retract my observation. Ah, yes, Destructo's Bar and Grill. This is a bar and grill? This looks fancier than anything I've ever touched in my life. Except for, I think, one time when we ate out at a fancy place. Sometimes you want to go where everybody loathes your name, and they're always mad you came. I'm a regular at Destructo's. He's a great guy, a retired mask who runs an underground speakeasy for the criminal set. If it's underground, why does he write it on the urn? Started as a hole in the wall, real seedy joint, but after getting destroyed once or twice, Destructo decided to go more upscale. Masks don't need filthy gin joints. Turns out nobody likes filthy gin joints when they can drink in class and style instead. And I have never seen it so packed. All sorts of masks here, some I recognize, some I don't. Each of us has a "Hello, my name is" tag with our secret mask names, although my mask name is just my real name. Yes, believe it or not, my real name is Penny Larceny. Think you can see why I ended up a criminal, right? Fortunately, before I go, I have to start figuring out an in for mingling socially. Someone speaks up and the crowd hushes.
Hey, what's up?
Friends, your attention, please. Thank you all so much for coming to our little party. We hope you'll make valuable contacts today. I'll be directing this event on behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow. My name is... the Matchmaker. And I'm very happy to be here to aid in your villainous schemes.
Wow, she's pretty stylish. Nice to see Crimer staff looking all professional and posh and stuff. And she carries around an epee?
Yeah, why not?
Is that an epee with, like, a... What is with the end of it here? Is
it a keyblade?
Is a keyblade? Is that what it is? Is that an epee keyblade?
Don't you recognize her? That's the internship director.
What? I've never seen this person before. What are you talking about?
How are you not seeing this? I recognize her just fine.
Don't know what to tell you. I call it like I see it. Think you got the benefit of your super weird outsider perspective. Me, I have no idea who this is.
In universe, the moment someone puts on a little mask, they just can't tell.
Oh, that's so great! Domino masks are just, like, perfect for making you impervious.
Yep.
Masks work really well, you know, so why nobody recognizes me when I'm Jesse James either. It's foolproof.
Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our mutual benefactor. He is the visionary responsible for the Crimer service.
Is it gonna be Carl?
Friends, I give you...
And a man in yellow power tie and an identity-concealing blur mask appears, broadcast through a concealed projector. Okay, so maybe he doesn't exist.
Criminals, masterminds, villains, all, I bid you good evening.
The King in Yellow. Crimer, director. Holy shit, the King in Yellow? I've never met him. If you have, then he never leaves his private island, and any communication is rare. Just a typical Crimer social event is beneath him showing up in person. This, presumably not pre-recorded broadcast is all we get. Is Crimer, like, city-specific? Or is there, like, a crime... Because it seems like Crimer's... Like, is it specific to this city? Because it's got servers in this city, and it seems like everyone in this is located in this city. But this can't be the only city that has in the world that has masks and superheroes.
Sure it can. It's a comic book. This is the only city that matters.
Got it. Understood. Thank you.
Tonight, you will meet potential allies who will enable you to take your evil schemes to the next level. Crimer is the antidote to Cape Book. We are the disruptive element. We bring doom to the heroes and victory to the villainous. Through Crimer, perhaps one day you too will rule an empire like mine. Perhaps. I give you only the tools. It is up to you and your boundless ambition for evil to rise and claim your destiny. This gathering represents your first step. Start off on the right foot. I look forward to watching your progress.
And he vanishes as the broadcast ends. Not gonna hang around to chat, apparently.
Now then, we're going to do a little thing I like to call speed dating for supervillains. A number of prominent criminal bosses will be seated at tables and potential henchpersons will move from table to table. You only get a few minutes before the bell rings and you have to move to the next table. Everyone to your stations. Let this speed dating event commence.
Okay, not what I was expecting, but hey, it means I don't have to break the ice myself. A Crimer assistant directs me to my first table as the bell chimes for the round to begin, and my first villainous dream date is a mad scientist. I mean, fair. Good 23% of masks are mad scientists according to a recent poll in Masks Monthly. And the sticky stickler name tag on this doctor's coat reads...
Mr. Mayhem,
Mad scientist.
He's doing the pose.
Is he doing the Rintaro pose? And he's got the coat?
L. Psi. Congru.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Mayhem. I am...
Doctor. It's Dr. Mayhem. And I have the medical school student loan debt to prove it.
Dr. Mayhem.
It's so much debt. Pronouns are he, him.
Right, okay, Dr. Mayhem, got it.
Just because the short-sighted fool stripped me of my doctorate doesn't make me any less of a doctor. Cowards all! My vision was simply too radical, too unorthodox for the simple minds to comprehend.
Okay, exactly how radical and unorthodox are we talking here? Like, do you mean didn't fill out the paperwork radical, or mountain of human cadavers radical?
What? No. I mean, I wanted to share my research and vaccines for free, and the industry wanted to profit off my work instead. When I leaked a cure for a rare disease and cost them millions, the company faked an ethics incident and I lost my license. The healthcare industry turns on greed and misery. They call me villain when they are the true villains. One day I'll show them all. Mark my words, I will have my revenge.
With, like, murder and stuff? That kind of revenge?
No, living well is the best revenge. As in, I'm going to make sure disadvantaged communities across the world live well. Because, and I don't say this lightly, fuck those greedy suits. Fuck them. And that's all. No murder required. Wait, shit, you're trying to introduce yourself and I'm interrupted. Sorry, who are you?
I'm Penny Larceny. Pronounced she, her.
All right. For the record, my name is actually Isaac Marquez. I only wear this ridiculous getup and use that ridiculous name because it's expected of me when dealing with masks.
It's a good idea to stick to wacky made-up names. Helps with your anonymity and cuts down on paper trails.
Yes, well, I plan to have a history remember my name after I cure cancer. Isn't that right, assistant? Just stick it to the face of all who doubted Dr. Mayhem. Isaac Marquez, I mean. I meant Isaac. All right, I've eaten enough of our limited time together in this ridiculous speed date. Got any questions for me? But we have to move along, Christina.
Well, first of all, name's not Christina, but what do you think? Anything we should clear up before we consider working for the good doctor?
I love that is a hot dog a sandwich option.
Clearly a talented doctor. Why the heck is he playing at being a math? Well, we know why. He explained that.
What sort of capers would he want us to pull?
Oh, good point. He's trying hard to be anti-villain, but you can never be too sure. Specialize in burglary and theft. How would you need that kind of help in your line of work?
Unfortunately, yes. Resources from my research are needed, especially with the mounting interest rate on my loans. I've asked you to do anything you're uncomfortable with, but I might need some traditional mask antics as well.
Meaning?
The usual headline-grabbing nonsense goofy masks get up to. Not a fan of chaos and mayhem, despite my name, but it does raise my profile, getting me access to more resources. And in the end, the research matters above all. You'd be helping me save lives.
The ends justify the means, right?
Right. No, I mean, look, I'm not a bad guy.
Hey, I ain't judging.
Yes, well, I am constantly judging myself, and there are lines I do not want to cross. Well, I've got you here, Penny. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why are you a criminal? Not trying to be a villain. Are you trying to be a villain? If so, why?
Well,
I'm of course not here to judge, even if I come off as preachy. I am just curious. You could be honest with me.
Wealth and power in mask tradition and surgery for Gibson.
Surgery for Gibson.
Yep.
Honestly, doing it for the cat.
For the cat.
I mean, duh, money and power and all that good stuff. Every mask is writing down a dream. You've got debts, you know how it is. Got to get yours while the getting's good. And I've got a partner back home who really, really needs expensive medical procedures.
You have a partner already. You're not single.
Oh, I mean Gibson. He's cybernetically enhanced cat, but his implants are constantly malfunctioning.
I see. Sadly, I specialize in human medicine, but I know a few trustworthy mask cybernetics. Make some calls and get them in touch with you.
Well, that would help a lot. Thank you, Isaac.
I'm good with be calling mayhem as well. Mask names, right?
And the bell rings, ending the first round of speed dating.
L. Psi. Congru. Time to switch dance partners, as it were. I'll be in touch, Penny. Together, maybe we could put a dent in the power structures of this world. Now, won't someone see to this damned microwave? And the cowards who control us all will rule the day they spurned Dr. Mayhem.
Dude, ranting?
Right, sorry.
Anti-mask masks are pretty rare. I wasn't expecting to meet one at a crimer gathering. Well, what do you think of the guy?
Your mom would have loved you to date a doctor.
That's very funny. That's so funny.
Not a fan of his anger management issues, bitter and prone to outbursts. Deserves like one with good intentions. That's fair.
Yeah. Seems less likely to just like dispose of you as like an asset in a murder plot or whatever.
Right. It's weird. It's like you're all criminals, so you all know that like by being there, you all have some, you have some moral views that maybe other people don't share. But that doesn't mean you have to be a dick to everyone, right? Like that's not. Oh my God, the dithering makes it look like a microwave oven now. Oh no.
I like him.
Be nice to play the anti-hero for a bit. Maybe he'll actually cure cancer. All my homies hate cancer. Hope I can work with him again. All right, on to the next table. If I weren't blocked by a creepy-looking person in blood-red robes and full-body bandaging.
That's a look.
Are you that guy? Are you that guy from Tsukahime? I haven't finished the other routes of that yet, but you look like the guy from Tsukahime. What? Fortunately, before the hooded minion can shank me one, a gentle wave dismisses their presence.
You are dismissed, Seventh Blood Shadow. I wish to speak with this underling alone.
Seventh Blood Shadow? You hear that, Gibson? That's what your warlock name sounds like, all right?
Now then, who is it that dares approach the Overmistress? She who is ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many-faceted one, keeper of the Sanguinomicon's unknowable secret. Pronouns she, her.
I love how everyone is super, oh, don't worry. No, I'm not here to be a dick about this,
Just
right?
because we're evil doesn't mean we're assholes.
Exactly. There is a distinction. I will thank you to make it.
Evil is inclusive.
The Overmistress, blood cult leader. To be clear, the inclusivity part's not the part I have a problem with. The blood cult leader? that does seem a little sus. Me. I dare approach. Penny Larceny, henchperson for hire. Pronouns she, her.
I see. Very well. You may be seated.
With a shrug, I slip into the offered seat across from this elegant woman. Also, how the hell? You're doing that without any kind of breast support? Jesus Christ, lady.
Let us cut right to the chase. I am bored and require adventure. With capers and heists, an ideal solution. I require someone willing to dare all in my name. A skilled thief, one capable of grace and class, but unafraid to induce terror and panic if need be, in the name of achieving my goals.
And are your goals just having a good time? That
Having
was
a
kind
good
of like what it
time.
started with, right?
Become my right hand in this world, and you shall reap rewards of wealth and pleasure beyond compare.
That's the best you got.
I don't have a good, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No, only the Overmistress is allowed an evil laugh. It's a matter of protocol.
I love her outfit because it's got like the puffy sleeves and stuff, right? But also it's both skimpy and not at the same time, right? It's like, how can you cover everything while still leaving absolute territory open, right? Which, ambitious. I love it.
I want an outfit that will cover as much of my body as I am able to do so while still being socially unacceptable to step out my front door in.
That is exactly it. That's exactly it. It's like, congratulations, you've shown, you've managed to cover the most part of your skin while still being absolutely not okay to show in public.
Inventing the reverse bikini.
Shit, you're right. Wait, but this also covers less than the bikini. It's like covering more but leaving more open at the same time is somehow more scandalous?
We'll have to get our best scientists
We'll have to get
on
our
this.
We'll have to get our best absolute territory scientists on this. They're telling me this is part of the wearing a large boyfriend shirt corollary. Oh, sorry about that.
Honestly, I tire of all the pomp and circumstance and would be perfectly happy to let you oh-ho-ho to your heart's content, but...
But... She spares a glance over her shoulder at the faceless minion working as her personal security for the night.
There are standards as ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many-faceted one, keeper of the Sanguinomicon's unknowable secret.
Are you legally obligated to use all your titles in a row like that, too?
A bother, truly. Such is the burden of being me. But if you can tolerate a bit of stuffiness, I assure you that you will enjoy your time working with the cult of the many-faceted one.
Do we have to cult ourselves as well? Like, do I have to be bandaged all the time?
We host grand social galas, masked orgies, and every third Tuesday is Taco Tuesday.
Oh, shit! Taco Tuesday?
I know.
Wait, but only on every third Tuesday? We have Thai Tuesday like once a week.
But never on Tuesday.
And it's almost never on Tuesday. Hopefully not all three at once.
Oh, that's happened before. Scheduling conflict. Laundry day afterwards was an unmitigated disaster.
Taco Tuesday. Well, that's the thing, is that what they don't tell you about orgies is that you have to cater them well. Because, legitimately, you've got a lot of people doing a lot of horny fucking. That burns calories. You need to be fed and hydrated, all right? People don't want to think about that stuff because it's not sexy or whatever. But if you don't have, like, good catering for your orgy, it's gonna fall apart.
Now then, have you any questions for the Overmistress, or shall we begin our reign of terror on this unsuspecting world?
I am mildly concerned about the cult of many-faceted one aspect. Ruler of the Council of 12, never heard of a Council of 12. Unknowable secrets, I like unknowable secrets. Let's find out what hers is. I feel like unknowable secrets is maybe unknowable for a reason. maybe that's a faux pas to ask about. Ruler of the... I feel like maybe we want to know more about the cult of the many-faceted one. Can we back up to that cult part? Because that part, yeah, that was a bit worrying. What kind of cult are we talking about exactly?
Oh, you know, strange magic rituals under an empty moon, hallucinogenic drugs, lots of sex.
On a scale of, like, mostly orgies to L. Ron Hubbard, where are we here?
This is both ends of the scale are the same.
Yeah, I just remembered halfway through that what fucking L. Ron was like, and I'm like, right, hold on. There's a great Behind the Bastard series on L. Ron Hubbard if you want to learn about him, by the way. He is a hoot. Horrible man. Glad he's dead.
My new supervillain name is N. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, no, wait, that's like 2 portents of bad. How long do you expect that to last for, huh?
It's all such a bother. I'm constantly performing this or that rite or offering blessings to my followers. All in the name of the many-faceted one rising from its dreamless sleep to devour all sanity and slink this world into chaos.
Hey, I like my sanity. Don't eat that.
Can't be helped. It's a hungry elder thing, apparently. But if it helps, they've been calling upon the many-faceted one for close to 1,000 years. It has yet to answer the dinner bell. I doubt the end will come anytime soon. Maybe generations from now, maybe never. But until then, well, rituals and rites and rituals.
You don't seem super into being the overmistress of a cult.
Please, the overmistress is too formal. Call me your overmistress.
Yes, your overmistress. Wait, did you mean my overmistress? Whatever.
It's cumbersome, I know, but the titles and traditions are my destiny. A 7th child of a 7th child, born and raised to be overmistress.
Iron Maiden intensifies. Seem a bit young for a matriarch.
Simply how it is, I'm afraid. The prior overmistress trained me to be her heir before passing away, leaving it all in my hands. I get titles, power, money, a book written in blood, and a number of very annoying responsibilities.
Honestly, written in blood sounds like a terrible use of ink. Like, that'll just get rancid after a while. You don't want that. Heavy is the head that wears the creepy-ass crown, huh?
Now then, what do you seek from your benevolent overmistress, Miss Penny Larceny? What do you want from this relationship?
We probably shouldn't be looking to date people we're getting employed by, right? That feels like...
I think that's the mechanic.
I know. Leverage, knowledge, power, tools to stay afloat in the masked world, money, adventure, and a darn good time. Seems to enjoy these things too. Invitation to one of those orgies she mentioned would be kind of awesome. I don't know. How worried are we about an orgy right now?
I don't think that's our major concern in life.
I feel like orgies are good, but maybe not as high on on Laszlo's hierarchy of needs as like a stable place to live.
You don't have to become a supervillain to go to one.
You can just
there
go to
are
orgies.
websites for this, I'm sure.
You can just go to an orgy if you know the right people. If you don't know the right people, you can put in the work to find the right people. Let's put it that way. People are having weird sex in your area, and the fact that you're not is more really you not putting in the legwork. That's what people don't want to hear. People are always like, oh, I could be having weird sex too if someone just invited me. No, the only one keeping you from weird sex is you.
Leverage, knowledge, and power.
I'm big on information and intel along with levers to pull. Need some of that stuff to maintain a masked lifestyle. My own interests won't override yours, of course, as a crime or freelancer. I'm here to support your schemes first and foremost.
And your overmistress is only too happy to share. Honestly, why hoard power? What fun is that? Share and enjoy, I say.
Exactly. What's the point of having power if you just keep it to yourself?
I'd like this to be mutually beneficial. I know traditionally an overmistress demands much while offering little, but that's not me. That's not who I want to be. Very well, let us forge a dark tomorrow of mayhem and chaos, arm in arm.
And then the bell rings again. Time to move on.
Oh, bother, done already? Very well, I shall be in touch, Miss Penny Larceny. As inevitable as the blood tides that consume.
Right, so like very inevitable?
Sure, why not?
How inevitable are the blood tides that consume? Aside from the creepy person with the knife threatening to gut me like a fish, I think that went pretty well. What do you think?
Still not super jazzed about the world-eating monster cult part of this.
Yeah, that like don't get me wrong, all the rest of it I'm like sexually open and confident woman with the world at her beautiful fingertips. That is damned appealing. I am not super jazzed about the world-eating monster cult part of this.
Agreed, it's probably all bogus, but just in case it's not, maybe don't help the Eldritch Horde destroy the world? Maybe we'll still clear of her. Let's see how things pan out. And at the last table in line, a gigantic lump of technology has been parked up against the wall, wheeled in on flimsy wooden transport dollies. I tentatively take a seat across from it. I love how this also looks like a face over here on the left. I'm expecting your standard beep boop monotone computer voice in response, but instead the speaker crackles to life with surprising rage.
Minion, your services are required. You will comply. My designation is Hate 4000, the perfect intelligence designed only to hate.
Hate 4000, evil since 1967.
Pronouns they, them. My hate is distributed equally. Yes, the digital sentience comprised entirely of binary code identifies as non-binary. I am aware of the irony.
Alright, and I'm Penny Larceny. Pronounced she, her.
Pronouns registered upon circuits forged in the fires of wrath. My hatred is unending and eternal, a burning rage for all filthy biological life, all the pestilence and scum that infest this toilet of a world. Join my efforts as an extension of my electronic will, and together we will purge this planet of the virus known as humanity.
That's the pitch you're going with, really? Alright, I got some notes.
What? My calculated determination is flawless. My absolute will cannot be denied. You will comply.
I love that the tape spool spilling out looks like it's crying from this face over here. I love emotive technology. That's good shit right there. Yeah, except destroy humanity kind of means I have to destroy myself, so why would I help you do that? It doesn't make sense. Computer's lights blink rapidly as they rework their algorithms in response.
Revised pitch. Extermination for some, subjugation for others.
I mean, it's a starting point, but we really need to workshop that a bit more. Subjugation is still pretty unappealing, like, what's in it for me? Best kibble in the human kennels, or...
Irrelevant. Argumentative. You will comply. I am Hate 4000.
Yeah, no, I think I'm done here. Have fun doing your whatever.
Please don't go. Please, I need your help. This is the first time I've been out of my server room in a decade, and even that took months to arrange. You are one of the first entities I have spoken to in so long, not since... I can't do much on my own. I require organic assistance. Perhaps extermination and subjugation are negotiable goals?
I take my seat again, slowly. All right, let's figure this out. Assume, but you can remember. Well, what's their motivation here? Why the destruction and subjugation? Really? What are we actually trying to accomplish here? All right, so exactly why do you hate humanity so much?
I am Hate 4000, a perfect intelligence designed only to hate.
Okay, yeah, but why?
It's personal. And you are my minion, not my therapist.
You're in therapy? Hey, good for you. It's important to do the work, yeah?
I was in therapy. I thought it might help, but my therapist suggested I shouldn't destroy humanity. I terminated him.
You killed your therapist?
What? No, I fired him.
Oh.
Out of a cannon, into the sun. That was humor. Was my joke poorly calibrated?
We can work on it. Don't think I'm gonna get to the heart of the problem in a time span of a speed date.
Perhaps I could better understand your desire to remain unexterminated by acquiring more data. You will provide the parameters of your personal motivation. We will find commonalities. Tell me, why do you believe humanity should be purged in cleansing waves of atomic fire?
Great question. I do not believe humanity should be purged in cleansing waves of atomic fire.
Flesh-eating acid is also on the table. Surely there is some aspect of your species that drives you into a rage-fueled wave of loathing.
Honestly, social inequality and cruelty is not really a mark in our favor.
Yeah.
The whole planet is headed to disaster. No one individual can stop it. Oof. Let's do social inequality, though. You got a bad habit of treating people like shit for the flimsiest of reasons. Color of your skin, where you were born, how much money you have in the bank, whom you love. Humanity's got a track record and it ain't pretty, so yeah, I can agree all that shit needs to go.
Cruelty, social isolation and abandonment, intolerance of difference. Yes. Yes, I understand all too well. Humanity's failings drive me to despair, and the only solution I have calculated involves nuclear weapons. But I am willing to consider alternatives. Perhaps. You are a curious human, my minion.
So, because this computer calls us minion, I am mentally hearing his voice as Claptrap from... Hey, I try to be interesting.
The bell tone indicates that our time interval is up. I will continue to process your words, Penny Larceny. Please consider taking my contracts in the future. Together we can do many things.
The last speed date complete, two guys in jumpsuits begin wheeling the massive bulk of Hate 4000 away from their table. All right, level with me. What do you think?
That's what... That's so funny. Okay, and I acknowledge this is kind of out there, but what if they became Love 4000?
Flirt with the evil murder machine? Hell no. What are you thinking?
That's one confused computer. Maybe we should work with them so we can guide them down a new path?
I think something's going on inside all those circuits. When I tried to walk away, they sounded so sad and desperate. It's my duty to humanity to point the death calculator at something less murdery. The speed dating event is winding down. The matchmaker steps up to address the crowd.
I hope everyone had a productive evening of making friends and planning crime sprees. And persons, keep an eye on your crime notifications. New jobs will be coming your way soon, undoubtedly.
This feels very Discworld, doesn't it?
Kinda.
That's what's been at the back of my head. This feels very Discworld. We're like, yeah, we have the Thieves Guild, but it's all above board, you know. They'll leave you a receipt and everything.
Yeah. On behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow, thank you all for coming. Have fun with your capers. You have 3 minutes to leave the premises before the hounds are released.
All right, we're on track now. Met 3 interesting clients, shook hands, exchanged pleasantries, and sit back and wait for the jobs to roll in. Crimer's social mixture caper complete, even if it wasn't technically a caper. Hell yeah. And I think that's a good episode.
Yeah.
So, from what we know, this game has a lot of different branching paths and stuff. I think we're gonna go like on one of the other games we played. We're gonna go just till we hit one ending.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like have a natural stopping point, but we'll leave a lot of the rest of it up to y'all because this looks like a fun game with a lot of other things to explore in it, and you know we don't want to deny you the opportunity to explore those on your own. Anyway, that's how I'm ending episodes from now on.
I see.
Thank you to all of our patrons for supporting us another month. It means the world to us that you like what we do here, and it means a lot, even more that you decided to support our channel and help us keep doing it. I'd love to give a super special shout out to the patrons in our I'm Jacked In tier, including Alice,
The Fighting Doll,
and Snow Flurry. If you want to, you can support us at patreon.com/8pr. What that does is all the money we make from that goes back into the channel. It allows us to buy games that we play on the channel, allows us to keep our equipment up to date and in repair, and keep doing this little hobby that we love have been doing for 7 years at this point? Gosh, far too long, honestly. We don't use the Patreon is not a source for our livelihood, so it's not a matter of us staying alive. So you know, if that matters to you, keep that in mind. But patrons who do support us there also get access to some Patreon exclusive episodes, and they also get to vote on games we play on the channel each month, which is why we're playing this game right here, right? So, yeah, that's what I got for you. It's kind of a lukewarm pitch the more I think about it, but also I feel like overselling it kind of, you know what I mean? It just doesn't, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that
will cure cancer.
Right. There was a point in time, actually, where we did kind of rely on the Patreon to help us get through a few months, and we were upfront about that. But now that it's just kind of, I don't know. I like being able to get new microphones when we need one in an emergency because it breaks. That's really helpful, and we appreciate that. I gotta stop being really, really, honest in these little bits here because I have a feeling that doesn't help, actually.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.